Hi, everybody, on Facebook and YouTube. This is the Moral Reform Chronicles, and I'm coming to you today to talk about something that I feel is very, very important. A few years ago, sorry about that. That was our family cat, one of three that roam around the house, and this one, her name is Sophia. So, if she comes back around, I will make sure to get her in the video. So, anyways, I would like to talk about something that happened on Facebook a few years ago. And I was living in a different state by then. And the thing I want to mention is I had made this prediction that to me was pretty obvious, but like they say on some of these videos online, and even sometimes rarely in the news, that eventually I'll put it this way: there is the writings on the wall, things that are easy to predict that will happen. And even though I am no expert, I am no professional, nothing like that. I am just a regular everyday guy who has a job and brings home a paycheck, tries to feed my family and do all that. I'm just your normal everyday guy. I'm nothing else. So what I would like to talk on at this point is when I made this one prediction that there's going to be companies that were going to be just losing tons and tons of money if they didn't stop promoting all of this junk. And when I did, post that on Facebook, and this is when I had tons and tons of people on there for a little while, and I've limited that because I still got more to go, not nowhere near as much as I did. And so one of the things I will say I noticed then was this. People wanted to question what I was saying because they didn't believe me. I didn't care whether they did or not. I still would have a conversation with them. That's totally and completely cool with me. And with that said, some were asking, Are you sure this is God telling you, or are you just making this up and hoping to get clicks for it?" And then one person said, similar thing, but different thing at the end, which I felt was odd, but okay, "Is this something you got from the Lord? Or are you just trying to, I don't know what it was, get people upset, or just or whatever the case was. It was still just more of an emotional thing." And I was like, no, I really believe this is going to happen. And I know that from that post, people were, let's just say, it didn't last long, but it's still, I know that people thought of me that as crazy or weird. Why are you making these predictions? And so, and I will say this. Everything that I had said, which in a short thing that I had put on Facebook years ago, I ended up having to delete it. Now I wish I didn't, but it is what it is. You live and learn. And let's just say, I didn't know any particular year, but I said if they don't stop promoting all this agenda stuff, junk, LGBTQ, you name it, if they don't stop, they're going to lose money, it's going to backfire, and they're going to feel it. Well, looky here. Look at what we got going now. And you still got to be careful. The fact that they lost money should be very clear. That, again, that prediction was correct. And at that time, they were losing small amounts. Not enough to be worried about. But as time's gone on, people are seeing the bigger picture. And again, the prediction came true much more so. And these people, these companies, they will not put it online, but they are panicking. And those of you who know enough to get by and know enough knowledge of things, you know what companies it is. I refuse to do shopping with some of these online. But let's be honest, every now and then there is something you gotta have that you can't get at the store right away. There are those items. So we can't completely be done with it, but we cannot just be like, no, never shopping there forever. Unless you just know other more places than the rest of us do that, live out here in the country. But that's besides the point. The point is, again, it's happening. And there's even one of the companies that makes movies is going through a major downfall, but they've not learned their lesson. Therefore, they're going to continue to lose money. And even though the tide is not going in their favor, it's going more in favors like mine and yours, believe it or not. And it's so important that we get a hand on this and realize we're not alone. There's a reason why all these voices, when I say voices, I mean people on the political and religious side of things, are standing up, saying enough's enough. It's happening, folks. There's no way around this. And I could tell you this. I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to say yay or nay, but there was a prophecy told by this one man who predicted Donald Trump's win. Probably thinking, who are you referring to? I will let you look him up. I'm not going to say his name too much on here. He's no longer with us, so that should help you get a good idea of who, that little bit of info, if you're really savvy with looking online. And let's just say he made prophecies before Trump became president. This is back in 2016. And I'm going to tell you this. I've been keeping in remembrance of this guy's prophecy. And I'm no prophet. So I mean, in the sense of like God's prophets that tell us something coming in the future, I'm not one of those. I just, like I said, the one thing I saw, I was like, it's so obvious to me, it's happening. And, well, there you go. You can't go against it no matter how much you want to. And then this guy, even though he's passed away, I could tell you right now that a lot of what he's saying is still coming true. And the man's dead. That's just insane. But it's amazing at the same time. And whether you're someone who believes in the God of Scripture, the Bible, or whether you're someone who doesn't believe in anything, this should be mind-boggling either way. For the Christian, in a good way. The atheist, that varies on personality and how you view it. And so, point is, as we are going through this really interesting time, we should recall and remember that these things that are happening, no one in our lifetime ever saw this coming besides the older folks who we are slowly but surely losing. They have so much knowledge and info and wisdom and experience to share with us, the younger generations. We must listen to them, as hard as it may be. Maybe you've had problems growing up with folks that are much older than you, old enough to be your dad or mom or maybe grandparent, that gave you a real tough time. That should never, ever hinder you from going to the right folks. I don't mean right as in left and right. I mean just the right kind of folks who would treat you right, do good by you, have the best interest in mind for you. Ones who can offer up some wisdom to share with you and benefit your life moving forward. But I want to say this to you before I end it. This guy that passed away, again, let's just say the fact that his stuff's still coming true, I'm still being careful. I'm not going to deny. It's not a question of faith. So people who want to go that route need to just stop in your tracks and just zip it, because nobody wants to hear that. None of this being questioning people. No gaslighting. That just needs to stop. It's not helping nobody. It's not getting us anywhere. But as I've been keeping in remembrance of what the guy talked about, even the whole, what do they call that? And I'm just trying to remember. I'm doing this without any kind of like without a script. So But like, what was that? The impeachments. He talked about those. And he was right. They could not get him out. And he even said he's going to be a 2-term president. I know this video is mainly about predictions or prophecies, whatever you want to call them. But I'm telling you, nothing what I said on Facebook compares to what the man said before he passed away. That's how incredible this is. That's how amazing this is. I would like to say to you, all of you that are watching, both friends and enemies, if I may say, do your research, do your homework at home as adults, and if you're a child watching this, do something about it. Don't just listen to whoever. Like, I'll tell you, I'm not a man full of all this knowledge. I can only talk so much about this and that. But what's going on right now? We're in the most interesting time period of our lives. I could go into a whole spiel about stuff that's happening right now. And I can relate it back to different eras and how it connects. But if I did that with you, you'd probably get bored. But if you want me to do that video, I'll gladly do it with you. I'll gladly do it for you to make this interesting so you could actually have something to watch. But I don't have a room that I could just dedicate for me to do these videos for you. But I would love to do that when things are looking better for my family and I, which that may be a long time from now. But these are my favorite kind of videos to do. So I'm going to just do what I love and share it with you. So anyways, you all have a great day. And remember, you are the only person who can help change the direction of this country, be a blessing to others, and be yourself, be amazing. Be positive. So as hard as it can, even though it's hard some days, be positive. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.